Hey everybody, welcome to the POS Podcast. I'm your host, PaleoSteno, and today with me I have some people that I saw last week in
It sounded like you were
California.
slowing down when you were talking. Oh, this is Paleo. Yes, we were in California last week.
Yeah, we
Laughing,
were.
yeah.
It was fun.
I got to
Enjoyed
see people. It was fun. Yes.
the
It was
dances.
weird seeing everybody on the West Coast this time. I'm used to seeing that amount of people
On the East
in
Coast.
the East Coast,
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
like in Baltimore, in a
Mhm.
much more dangerous city.
Yeah. I wasn't constantly looking over my shoulder in California. No, I don't know if you know, but like
Yeah.
in Baltimore, I'm on like high alert 24/7 in Baltimore. So
Yeah, though before we get into the Equestria LA discussion, because that's like the first thing I have. How was your guys' Thanksgiving?
It was nice.
simple, which was good. That's good. That's a good thing.
It was
Yeah,
simple and clean.
mine was very simple too. I just went over
Yes.
to my aunt's house and we ate there.
I'm not sure which remix of it was, but it was simple and clean. That's what
Nice.
Yeah, I went
It was
to
like 80 to choose from. So
I went to my parents' house and with Sarah had a couple other family members, including Grandma, come over. So
hey, grandma.
and ate it up. Had a lot of good food, and I was stuffed. I still have leftovers that I'm eating.
Really?
Oh yeah,
I finished mine last night. Yeah.
Remember that scene from like Christmas Story where like turkey this, turkey sandwiches, turkey this?
yeah.
Like the dog eating turkey, and he's like, "Ah, you stupid dogs!"
I feel like I can relate to that so much. Like when you see the turkey, it's just like no, those
What?
stupid dogs.
I'm a bit surprised because like like the dogs can choke on those bones. Like bird bones shatter, unlike pig or cow bones. So
Stupid bird.
that's why you don't give chicken bones to dogs, because they'll swallow it and get caught in their throat. But knowing the dad from the movie, he's like, good, let him choke and die.
I like how he's still like after they go after the turkey, he still picks some and eats some.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Adam West
Yeah.
nailed that movie. He nailed it.
It's a classic.
Yeah. So, well, what did you and Laura do? Saber?
We were going to do Thanksgiving down at my parents'. Well, they're not at each parent's different house. My parents are divorced, but we decided to go back up to Virginia because they're just. We wanted to go see the pets. You know, Laura's cat, and my dog, because we didn't want Laura's roommate to have to skip his Thanksgiving on our behalf. So we went,
Yeah.
did our own thing, made our own food, and it was nice. We ate some rotisserie chicken, potatoes, and stuffing, and vegetables. It was nice.
Yeah.
Enjoyed the heck out of it, buddy boy.
Nice. Gravy.
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 So much.
What did
gravy.
Lammy eat for Thanksgiving?
Some chicken.
Oh, you actually gave him something special?
Yeah, I mean, actually, of course I did. He's my dog.
My cat got nothing.
You know, like it.
No, but I'm probably gonna give him some toys on Christmas.
That's what he
Nice.
So yeah, Thanksgiving, that was a thing, a holiday, and now it's Christmas right now.
Yep, now it's
right now.
Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
It's Christmas for the next month.
yeah, for the next month. I just decorated today, though we didn't really put up much.
Lucky.
Yeah. I heard that you put up like 2 trees in your house.
Don't even get
You're
started.
one of those rich people, aren't you?
Don't even get
You
me
guys already
started,
have Christmas trees? I'm behind.
Unfortunately. Maybe you're ahead.
Thank you.
So welfare.
Mm. Yeah, we've already taken down our Christmas ornaments. That's how ahead we are.
We already got the 4-leaf clovers out.
Happy Arbor Day.
Happy birthday, Andrea Libman.
Oh my god, that video.
When is her... Oh, is that a video? Uh-oh, that
Yeah.
sounds awful. That sounds awful.
It
a
is.
sort of infamous person. Anyway, yeah, let's move on.
Okay.
So yeah, before we get started into our topics, if you want to ask us questions, our Twitter handles are right there, and you can ask us questions on Twitter, or you can use super chats and ask us on YouTube if you're watching live. So next, let's talk about since we were talking a little bit about it, Equestria LA, which happened last weekend, not this past weekend, but the weekend before. Yeah, we flew out to California and saw race. And we got there a bit early. I know me and Hero got there like really early in the morning on
1 a.m. on Wednesday.
Yeah,
and by the time I saw you, it was 1:40
well 1 a.m. on
Wednesday.
Thursday technically. But
yeah, Thursday. Excuse me. Yeah.
So we flew in around the same time, and but we were on different airlines, so we were on different terminals.
You on Terminal 2 and I was on Terminal 7.
Yeah.
So I walked around basically the entirety of LAX to get to you.
No,
It was a good
no,
workout.
you did not walk to him. Did you really walk to him?
I really did, yeah.
And you went the full like shoehorn?
Yeah, around. I found out later I could have like gone through.
Yeah, you could have gone through because like when we went back to the airport to come back home, because I got off where you were getting on your terminal. So and I was trying to find where to cross over because there was like a crosswalk thing to go across.
Okay,
yeah.
It was
it was still a bit of a walk, but like not as bad as what you had to do.
Not literally 40 minutes. Oh my gosh, that place is long. It's a big airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry that you did that.
It's...
Yeah, and we tried to sleep. I couldn't sleep any. I didn't sleep any on like that night.
I got like an hour, like spotty here and there, added up to about an hour, because that's totally how sleep works.
Yeah, and we took a super shuttle to the hotel and then walked to Disneyland from there, since it's only like a few blocks away.
Mm-hmm. And on our way, I smelled the marijuana, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you can do that."
You're
in that state.
Yeah, we saw some guy just walk by. He was just smoking. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, like, oh okay. Yeah.
Marijuana.
Yeah, I forgot y'all could just do that.
So did
I was like, "Wow, illegal, not actually illegal." All right, never mind. So carry on.
And while we were walking to Disneyland, like there was like nobody walking on the sidewalk. It was like. Are we up early? It's only like 8.
Right. And then like at one corner, just everyone showed up. I was like, oh, there's everyone.
Yeah, like everyone like near Disneyland. Like we could tell when we were getting closer.
Yep. No, it gets busy. What time did you guys get to the park?
Like right at opening. Like a little bit after.
No, a little bit after, yeah. I think we got that like 8:30ish maybe.
Oh, so you didn't see the whole like opening of the gates thing they do?
No.
I didn't see that.
Opening of the gates, the changing of the guards.
Right.
Yeah, frozen head and they bless it.
I think they play like music and everything.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. When I was walking in, I was like, "Oh, this music makes me feel like I'm in a magical place." But then I thought about it. I was like, "For the people who work here, this must like get sickening. Like after a little while, to have to listen to this music every time they go to work." Man,
Just let it in.
It's a small world. Like for the 50 quadrillionth time.
Is it?
That's why, like, whenever I hear about like people getting stuck on the ride and being like, "Oh, I have emotional scars now," I'm like, dude, there's someone that works right outside of Small World at, like, every day. Chill.
Right.
Yeah, but we were waiting for you guys, and we went on Soarin' while we were there.
We did, yeah.
Because
I thought it was
like
a
this
monorail, but it was not the monorail at all. It was something very different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it was like we went into California Adventure since we were going to meet there, and that was like just the first ride when we were just walking around. So it was like, oh yeah, let's go on it. So,
30-minute wait at 8 something in the morning.
Yeah, it's because I think the ride wasn't even like starting yet, so we were waiting. So,
yeah, there was it was weird because we went on that ride, and for those of you who don't know, that ride is like you sit in like a seat and it just takes you on like a movie adventure, like through parts of the world. It was neat. But there was like a kid who couldn't be like older than 4 years old next to me, and then we went through like the Great Wall of China. And he's like, China! I was like, how do you know that? Like, just from seeing the Great Wall? You're like 4 years old. They're teaching kids something. At 4?
At 4 years old. Yeah, no. It's interesting because have you guys been on that ride as Soren over California?
Yeah, I was on it the last time I was at Disneyland.
Yeah, so that ride, it's interesting because it's like, oh, cool, like now you can see the whole world. But I still think I prefer the like California version of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's partially due to the music, as funny as this is gonna sound, because really, I don't know. I feel like there's more of like you get into it with the California one, where like the world one's like, oh, and here's another part of the world.
Yeah.
Part of the world, and I was like, oh, okay.
I've seen parts of the world before.
I've seen parts of the world. You know what one really threw me off?
Hmm.
And I still don't know if it actually was or wasn't. I think it's the Taj Mahal. Looks like a cartoon.
Maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's like, yeah.
I know there's I saw some things in there. Is like, oh, that's CG.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
that one building, and I think if I'm correct, I think there's a rule that they can't like film it.
Really?
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Let me see if I'm BSing. I probably am.
Right. I remember that we were sitting on the extreme left end, and it was bizarre because the screen was kind of warped on that side because it has to be a screen for everyone on that ride. So when we looked at the Tower of Terror, wow, the French thing,
the Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower,
Yeah. The Tower of Terror.
Basically. It's supposed to be straight up, but like from our side, it was like super bent.
Yeah, it was very bent.
Oh, yeah, the Eiffel Tower. Is that what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm, right.
Yeah.
I'm reading up about the Taj Mahal. Yeah, I recall that too. Were you guys in the middle, or were you?
We were on like the
Right
left,
on
the
the
very
left.
left.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet from the middle, so I don't know if it just gets wonky on both sides. But yeah, there were little things like that that kind of pulled me out of the experience.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which is why I like the California one so much. I feel like it just works. But who am I to criticize? Oh.
Yeah, we went on a bunch of rides at Disneyland. You can see it on Race's vlogs, the Disneyland Adventure thing for Thursday.
Is that how you pronounce it? I always thought it was vlog.
No, I say vlogs.
Yeah.
I'm
Man.
BSing.
The vlogs. Dude, the vlogs from from EQLA, this is a lot closer in length, and I don't know if a lot of people realize this, but these were a lot closer in length to the older vlogs, because I used to do 10-minute segments of the vlogs, and there used to be like 14 parts to a day.
Yeah, you were recording a lot during this convention.
Yes, I was, and I
got like 10 hours.
There's a lot. Like one of the days, I think it's Disneyland Day, is like over 2 hours of the vlog, which if you consider that was probably like, what, a fifth of our day completely captured. It's when you think about all the other things we're doing during the day, I was like, wow, I had a lot of footage. But then what sucks is that I actually, despite all the stuff that went up, I actually ended up losing a memory card with footage at Equestria LA. It was on Sunday, and I swapped out a memory card thinking I was going to use a different camera. And I think I put the card, like an idiot, in my pocket instead of in my backpack. And I'm pretty sure what happened was at one point I pulled out my phone, and the card probably slipped out with it.
I almost lost my card for round one, like as soon as I bought it.
Wow.
Like I took my phone out and my card slipped out. Luckily somebody like saw me drop it and said, "Hey, you dropped your card in your comb," because like my comb was off.
4 seconds after you bought them.
Yeah.
That was very nice of them because anyone could have just picked that up and been like, all right.
Yeah, it's like, all right, I got some credits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but
What was the
Disneyland was a
original
lot of fun.
topic?
Yeah, so Disneyland, yeah, you can see Race's vlog on that thing, and then Equestria LA, did a bunch of stuff there, a bunch of panels. What did we do Friday?
Friday.
We went to a convention.
We went to a convention. Let's see. Friday was. I know Saber and I did that art charity battle thing. There was something before that we did.
On Friday?
But that was also the YouTuber panel. And
Oh yeah,
the
that's right.
podcast panel.
Yeah, it had like 12 people on it.
Yep, and then we did our big podcast panel
Yeah.
that night. And God, what else? There was something. Oh, the riffing panel was.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was that Friday?
Yes.
Yeah, it was Friday.
It was our first panel that we did at the convention.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was busy.
Yeah, we did The Last Unicorn.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was weird because we didn't have any panels before like 2:00 or 1:30, but then we had.
But yeah, we were still
4
busy
panels.
though. It felt like we were busy the entire time.
Yeah. I just got excited. Total tangent, but I realized that there's a Zootopia poster behind Hirosashi. And
Yeah.
Really?
I knew you were going to bring it up.
Right there we are.
Yeah,
Right there.
yeah. And he got the MLP movie poster from the AMC near.
I did. Yeah.
Good
I
on
did.
you.
It took 3 weeks to get it. So
But you stayed your course.
it's interesting because like at EQLA they're like, you can't get these. I was like, I'll just get it at Target or something. Yeah, you really can't actually get them. They don't sell these posters, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
have to get it.
It's kind of weird because I feel like you'd think there'd be kind of a market for those posters because
Mhm.
a lot of people are like, oh, I love that movie, I want that,
Yeah.
But
Right.
like this, I have one of those Utopia from a theater, and
Mhm.
I got it because of a cool person in Texas that works
Mhm.
at a movie theater asked their manager if they could have that poster, and that's kind of like the only way. You have to know
Nice.
somebody at a theater
Right.
Yeah.
to get them, and I didn't even know until they contacted me and said, hey, I got something for you, and I was like,
Mm-hmm. I'm actually about to replace this Zootopia poster because this is 27 by 40, which is like actual movie theater size. This
Right.
one's not. This is movie theater size that you like buy at Target or whatever. It's not actually movie
Yeah.
theater size. So now, since this one's bigger than this, now this looks weird. So I got a 27 by 40 Zootopia poster, and I got an Ernest and Celestine one coming in on Friday. Actually, it's a Zootopia poster, which is like every character forever on it. You know,
oh, the
like
one
walking
that
down
Yeah.
the street.
walking on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one looks really
Yeah.
good.
Mhm.
That one's cool. I love it. I love these. I love that movie.
Mhm.
Newsflash.
Yeah.
It's Flash.
Yeah, and then on Saturday, what panels did we do on Saturday?
Saturday was a slower day panel-wise for us.
Well, we did Zootopia in the morning.
We did the Zootopia. I think that was the only like panel.
Yeah.
Again, Saber and I, we helped with the charity auction.
Was Brony's Rack that night?
No, that was Sunday.
That's right. Yeah.
It was the last panel of Equestria LA ever.
Yeah.
And then the community guest meet and greet happened that
You
night.
did a charity auction.
Yeah, the charity auction was on Saturday.
Wait, where was
Yeah.
the community guest meet and greet? Because I was hanging out with Natalie and Austin because they were there.
It was
for
in the
Saturday.
autograph room.
Okay.
The regular autograph room.
Yeah. Because
Don't worry.
I was hanging out with Natalie and Austin. I was just
There
drawing
were.
stuff.
There were not
the-
even 18 people there.
Really?
Yeah, well, the problem is that it was happening during the concert, and as I
No.
stated during it, is I'm like, well, I would hope that people would be at the concert supporting the musicians. I mean, we had some people who came in, but it was also, I think it was also partially set up when it was less for the community guest meet and greet side of it, and more so they could get a lot of the community guests together to sign the poster for Casey in kind of a secretive way, knowing that she was going to be out and about that night. So I kind of was like, I wonder if this is why this got put here. So there also, as mentioned, the concert was on Saturday night. Saber hung out with me for the whole concert. We stayed all the way to the end.
I was only there for like most of Gabe's set.
Yeah, I went there for Gabe's set, and I was like, bye. I'm tired.
We sent off Garnica. It was his last performance at a convention.
He died.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
he was assassinated.
You could put an asterisk next to it because I know right now he's focusing on school for the next few years, but there's no telling if he might be back.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, essentially we're playing it as his last. So yeah, but it still was a busy Saturday. I think that's when we went to Outback. That's when we went to In-N-Out.
Yeah, we went to In-N-Out on Saturday.
It's weird because we like collectively we had the least amount of things to do on Saturday, but somehow it was like the busiest day. Like I don't know how that worked out.
Yeah, that was it was good though.
Then on Sunday, we had Who's Line in the morning, which we were trying to get a keyboard.
We did.
So what happened with that, and I'm gonna elaborate even more on this during probably the semi-perfect podcast, but there's not a lot in the vlog for Sunday morning. I think it starts right after the Who's Line panel, and the reason for that is that we were so busy trying to find a keyboard that I was like didn't even want to worry about vlogging anything. Because there was a Target across the street, and we all figured, okay, we're good. I figured we're good,
but they didn't have
it. They didn't have it. So I think the Target that we found one only had one.
Yeah, it had a couple. It had like the $99 one and like a $150 one.
Did you buy the $99 one?
Yeah.
Yes.
To rent it.
The $99.
to rent it.
Right.
And basic played it. Lovely.
It worked though.
Yeah.
It does. It's an option. We did this the first time we did this was at I went to a convention in Salt Lake City called Crystal Mountain PonyCon, and I did the same thing there. And after I saw, oh, okay, this is always an option. Now I'm like, we have a backup plan in case we ever need it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So. Buy then return.
Yep.
Renting.
Yeah.
I returned it to the Target that was across the street, so now they do have one. If Equestria decides to change its mind and come back, now we know.
Because no one will buy it in that amount of time.
Nope.
And then you go back and nobody bought it in that amount of time.
Told you.
Yeah, and then we had Brony's React, that panel. We had like a bingo card that one convention goer, Princess Deadpool, gave to us.
That was fun.
Yeah,
it was a funny little addition. Saber, were you close to winning?
Yeah,
I think we were all close. Like both me and Gabe had like one or like two that we needed. Like we had it like diagonal and like vertical, and we just needed one spot.
I wanted to know what the one that Gabe was like, oh, I almost won, but there's no way it's ever gonna happen. I wanted to know what it was.
It might be, I don't know, because I just posted.
I think I still have mine somewhere.
I don't think I have mine. We'll have to. He probably remembers. That guy has an incredible memory.
Yeah.
He probably still remembers. Like, oh yeah, I was gonna win, but then thanks, Dusty. Yeah, like I said, of all the things that I lost, I got lucky that the card that I lost was the one that I lost because it was just the secondary shot. So it was like in the back of the panel room for both Who's Line and Brony's React.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't really need it for the Brony's React panel. Who's Line, it's actually a key shot that I use. But I'm talking with the convention and seeing if I could get their footage because they had a camera in the back of the main panel room. So
yeah.
Gonna see if I could get that. And then there was just a couple little things that were on that camera, but I would have been much more sad if I lost like the main vlog footage and still had that memory card. I would have been much more upset.
Yeah, and then that night we went to round one, which was a lot of fun. Like me, Hero, and Jax went there first, while you guys were I forgot what you guys were doing.
Eating with Gabe.
Or
rather.
eating Gabe. Yeah.
Eating Gabe. We went to like this super fancy restaurant with Gabe and his family,
super
Oh.
fancy. Oh,
And
good
we were
thing I
like-
didn't.
Yeah, this is stupid.
we were like, nah. How about we eat spaghetti? So we went to the spaghetti factory, and much better pricing on their
Yep,
food.
much better.
Can't
Yeah,
keep
so-
up with those expensive restaurants.
But Saber, had we not gone to, it was a place called the Ranch. Had we not gone there, you would have not seen an old couple making out.
That was weird, man.
Oh, that's
Oh,
odd.
like
Going
how
to
old?
town.
Like over 70s?
like 50s.
Oh, 50s. Okay.
That's not good. It's not good. but
It's still,
less
they can be
bad.
18 and I'd still be like, that's weird, man.
Yeah, like chill, guys.
Man, if they were like 80, both of them, I'd be like, I'm gonna leave forever. I'm leaving.
they take out their
California.
teeth and put them on the table.
Oh my
and like,
God.
Ew.
Keep the change, sonny.
Yeah, but round
we
one.
only have 4 hours. Let's get this on.
But round one was a lot of fun. Like Hero was playing a lot of rhythm games.
Yeah, you crushed it, man.
Yeah, it's weird because usually when I like go to a place where I'm like, yeah, I get to do the authentic rhythm game thing, I'm like awful. But that day I was really on my game. I was like, this is great.
I thought I was like watching you being like, whoa, his penis is huge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I-
there was a guy working there that with new ponies.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Yeah, when well, I was wearing my Pinkie Pie shirt, and when I went to get my card, there was a guy working there that said, "Oh hey, Pinkie Pie was my favorite when I was into that," and I was like, "Oh really?" And then like later that night, he came up to me and said, "Excuse me, can I have a moment of your time to tell you about our Lord and Savior, Trenderhoof?" And I was like, "Trenderhoof?"
You're like Trenderhoof.
That's a deep cut. that told me that this guy was into it. If he knew like that
Trenderhoof, right,
something
yeah.
that specific.
He's trying to pretend like, yeah, you know, it was a past life of mine. Not really.
When was Trenderhoof? Was
So,
that
season
6
4.
or 5? Was it 4?
So I think it was season 4. Yeah, so
Oh my
he
God.
had to at least be in it like back in season 4. So
He's still in it. He's been in it forever.
It's when
at
He
least I
was
think it
gauging
season
you.
4.
He was seeing if you were just wearing it for the irony. And then he found out, no, this guy is a brony. I'm safe.
Yeah, but round one was a lot of fun. I was playing a lot
You
of
played a rhythm game.
Yeah, I was playing a lot of theater
Yeah.
rhythm, Final Fantasy theater rhythm, which I thought it started as an arcade rhythm game, but actually it started as a 3DS game, which I was surprised by that. I was like, oh, so this is what the 3DS game is based on. Nope, the arcade game came afterwards. So yeah, it came out like last year. So I'm excited to play more of that once the round one here gets built.
Yeah, hopefully they have one.
Yeah.
Both of them that we've gone to have had them, so hopefully.
Yeah.
Even Saber played a rhythm game. I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
this is insane.
Oh yeah, you were playing Sound Voltex.
He was playing Sound Voltex. Yeah.
I didn't even know what a rhythm game was. I was like,
Right,
what?
you came up to me and you're like, "Oh, is this what a rhythm game is?" I was like, "Yes, yes,
Yeah.
sir." There's
Yeah.
music and you press buttons.
When I watched
Cool.
you play Hirosashi, it was a moment where I
It
realized
changed
I'm
your
not-
life.
It did. I was like, you know, there's a whole nother world of gaming out there that I did not know about, and that I know that I won't be good at. So
Nobody start. Okay, that's a lie. A lot of people don't start good at these. You just got practice, and then it becomes
Yeah.
pattern recognition.
Actually, like because I'm trying to remember like the first like rhythm type game I did play. I think it was Elite Beat Agents was the first one I ever played.
That's a fun one until you get to harder levels and then you realize the scoring system is absolute trash.
Yeah.
But it's fun up until then.
Yeah, I played a lot of Elite Beat Agents, and then I started playing like Guitar Hero and Rock Band, but I was like super terrible at it to begin with.
Yeah.
And then we played something similar to that here, like Guitar Doria. Is that?
Guitadora? Yeah,
Yeah.
guitar drum. Sort of.
Yeah, Guitar Dora.
They basically had two games. Bamani
Yeah.
had two games. They had Guitar Freaks and Drum Mania, and they combined them into Guitadora.
So
Yeah.
they basically made a rock band.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, it was really hard for me to keep up with it. Mainly because like it was hard to hear everything with every other thing going
Right,
around.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though they have it like blasting in front of you.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'd probably have to like practice it a little bit more. But
Or
and
bring
also we
headphones.
played a couple of rounds of Mario Kart.
Mhm.
With the
Yes.
Mario Kart machine.
It got intense.
Yeah. Yeah, I won 2 of them.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
won 2?
Wait, I think I won the first one that we did too. Or the first one
How
that
old is my EP? And I
Did you win
can't
both?
remember.
You might
No,
have.
because I played it with Jax earlier too, before you guys got there. So I can't remember if I won that one or not.
I know you.
Yeah.
I know for sure you won that. You jerks! Like
The-
I
the
think both
nipple
times
thing, remember?
I was leading coming to the finish and didn't work out for me.
Yeah. So anything else to say about Equestria LA before we move on to other things?
I had a fun.
Yeah, it was a great send off to what's always been a great convention, and has always given some real good memories. As I keep
I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss the hell out of it.
Yeah, same. I keep saying it that just because Equestria LA has, I guess you could say, moved on. I still think, like, I'm pretty sure this has been a very consistent con going attendance for EQLA.
Mhm.
I think they've always been right around. They had over 1,200 people this year. So I mean, there's still a market for it out here. If
Yeah.
anyone is thinking about doing a convention out here, I know that you'll have a lot of support. There were people that I ran into that one of the bronies that I ran into when I saw the My Little Pony movie out here near where I live. I mentioned it to him that night at the theater. I was like, "Hey, are you going to Equestria LA?" And he was like, "Oh, I don't know. Is that convention out here? Yeah, you should go." Okay, I'll go. And now that guy's like, "Dude, I gotta go to Everfree Northwest and BabsCon and BronyCon." So I mean, it just takes going to one for a lot of people where it's like, I do want to do this. I think that the convention scene is something that like people don't realize they want to do until they do it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
And then you're like,
"Oh,
oh no, I can't miss these.
I gotta do this."
All right. Oh, somebody from the chat was there. Universe 19. They sent a super chat. Said
Mhm.
glad I got to meet you all at my first convention. I was the guy who said I liked how you keep things simple yet informational. I spent too much though.
I
Yeah, there's a
remember
lot
that
of
guy.
things at the vendor hall that I wanted to get, but definitely could not buy. But yeah, glad you enjoyed it.
I remember
So-
exactly that sentence. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to some movie stuff. Some things you guys haven't seen, some things that both like me and Saber have seen, and just movies in general. And then we'll move on to some news, and then the Q&A. So first thing,
Do it.
I'll only talk a little bit about this since you guys haven't seen it. Justice League, which I saw
Yeah.
it a couple days ago.
But why?
But why, indeed?
It's not as terrible as like people were saying it was going to be. From
Well,
like
that's a good start.
from previews, but it's so underwhelming. At least for me, I'm like, man, I do not give a shit about these characters.
Aw.
Not like the way that Marvel characters have been built up. Like
Mhm.
these people, like I know who they are. I know like Batman and Cyborg and Aquaman and all them, but I don't give a shit about them because they haven't had like any any movies yet. And I don't know their characters. Like it's it acts like you already know them when you don't.
Yeah, you know, the Flash.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like,
like-
it's trying to jump right to the Avengers
Yeah.
movie.
And they have them interact
Like-
like they already know each other, but they don't. And it's like,
at the start of a rap song, it's like, yeah, you know who it is. And it's like, I really don't know.
It's little man.
yeah, the only one I actually like cared about was Wonder Woman, and that's because she's already had a movie. And also she has a cool theme. I like her theme. Yeah, and that's probably like the only like memorable type of music that's from the movie is like the Wonder Woman theme, and also they use the Batman theme from like '89.
They didn't even use the Superman. Oh wait, I'm sorry, spoilers. He's not in the movie.
Yeah, and it's a lot shorter than Batman v Superman. It's like under 2 hours, which is good because it doesn't last very long, but it doesn't really help the movie. I would say it's probably better than Batman v Superman though.
I think the
So-
problem, just from what I've seen, I haven't seen the movie yet, but I get the indication that the reason this movie's not doing that well is when people hear, well, it's better than Batman versus Superman. It's not a huge vote of confidence.
Brussels sprouts, but I saw this thing online where it said like 6 for 6, and it's like, you guys, DC's always been there for us, so we got to go see the movie 6 times.
I saw that.
And I'm like, shut the fuck up. What is this, Utopia? Stupid.
Wow.
Stupid.
Yeah. So if I were to
30
rank,
for 30.
so if I were to rank the DC Universe movies right now, because if there's even going to be a universe, because Warner Brothers is like, what are we going to do now? Because it's not doing as well as they want it to.
But, you know, I wonder why. They should rush into something else.
Yeah. So like, here's Batman v Superman. I would say Man of Steel is about around the same. Is like I didn't like Man of Steel. And then like Suicide Squad is a little bit better.
Jesus Christ, are we really?
Justice League is better than that. And then Wonder Woman is like way up here.
You know what's great is the DC animated universe.
It is the like the Bruce Timm universe is great.
It's so wonderful. It's like they got it. They figured it out. What's exciting about it? Like I like the drama between these gods walking amongst humans, especially for Superman and like they get it. And in these live action films, I haven't even seen Justice League. I already feel like I'm gonna be so disconnected. I can't help but feel like you got all these executives and suits and these tests and these polls and screen testings where they're like, we really talk to the right audiences and kids and the focus groups, and then it's like, shut the fuck up. You just don't get it. You guys just don't get it. You don't understand why Justice League and DC is interesting. Like, because if and I'm sure there's comic book fans who'll correct me, but start off with overpowered characters. So Superman he's invincible, and then they realize, oh wait, that's not very good for a long-term character because it's kind of boring. Marvel figured out, okay, you can have a character who's strong but not invincible. It makes a more interesting story. And then you've got DC kind of started to pick up on that too. But they're still kind of stuck with Superman because it's like, he's invincible.
They made him.
Yeah.
There's a video called
Superman's the
The Death of
most
Superman.
recognized like superhero ever.
So,
yeah.
He's the Mickey Mouse of.
Wow, he's more popular than Super Skrull, really?
Who?
No, because I was thinking about this. There's certain characters who are the icons of their industry. Mario for video games.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse for cartoons.
Animation.
Animation. There you go.
Animation, yeah.
Ronald McDonald for fast food. It's just true. But like Superman, it's like, how you guys screw up with this? It's Superman, for fuck's sake. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Astro Boy for anime, someone said in the chat. There you go.
You really think that?
Astro Boy's pretty popular, yeah.
Yeah.
He's pretty. I mean, my parents know who Astro Boy is. So.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, my parents. Maybe it's just my parents, but like they really know Speed Racer. I don't know if
Oh yeah,
like
Speed Racer is a big popular anime.
does your
yeah.
dad know Speed Racer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go Speed Racer, go!
I have the live action movie Speed Racer on my box. I'm gonna watch it.
I heard it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard it's like
Is it
sort of
I thought
underrated.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. I went in, or I was gonna go in thinking that it was like a pile of crap. Oh, speaking of movies, not to derail, I watched Rock Dog the other day.
Oh yeah.
Paleo, you've seen Rock Dog, right?
Yeah, I thought it was like extremely mediocre. Like I didn't like feel one way like I didn't feel strongly one way or the other.
It's funny because like I feel like their biggest limitations was money, but I felt like they actually did good with what they had.
Yeah.
I was like, because I was really harsh on this movie, like way before I ever saw it. Because I was like, this looks so stupid. Why does the dog have powers if it's a story about some dog wanting to become a musician?
Spoilers.
It's in the first 2 minutes of the movie.
I thought you were about to say it's in the trailer. I was like, and who watched that race?
It was airing not during anyways. Yeah, and I was just laughing because I was like, at one point I turned to Sarah, I'm like, I think I enjoyed that more than Sing. And
I would say that.
too.
I think I'm I don't know. Both of
Like,
them aren't very
Sing
both of them aren't very
frustrated
impressive.
Sing frustrated me on a couple ends. Like it's felt like the poor man Sing kind of, like,
Yeah.
all right, we're gonna. But I actually felt like I enjoyed like the characters, like the cat dude. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something so like.
I think the
endearing
cat character is probably the only character that I remember very well from that movie.
I remember the
Everybody
dog.
else, I'm like, who?
I hate Sing was like a calculated, like this is how we make money and like appeal to people
Yeah.
kind of movie, and I fell straight into it. And I was like, oh my! I knew it sucked too. I was like, I know exactly what they're doing, but I like all the things in this movie, and they're all in one package. I was like, I guess I have to enjoy this. Damn it!
I was surprised because I thought I recorded Rock Dog to laugh at it, and I actually was like, you know what? I'm laughing with it. So go figure. So I'm gonna watch it 30 more times, see if it
Wow.
luster.
All right. Next
Yeah.
thing, let's talk about a much better movie that came out Thanksgiving week. Coco.
I'm gonna be right back for this one, but
Okay.
I
I'll be.
haven't
Yeah,
seen it yet.
I
Just give
want
me a
that.
thumbs up.
Yeah. So Saber, you saw Coco.
I did.
Yeah, how would you enjoy it?
I loved it. I thought it was really good. Gosh. I had my doubts about the film going into it, thinking, oh, this is going to be like The Good Dinosaur or something.
Yeah, it seemed like Pixar didn't have a lot of confidence, or Disney didn't have a lot of confidence in it, so they put the Frozen short in front of it.
Yeah, which it's funny because I wanted to go get some lunch one day, and I go to the sandwich place, and the guy's like, yeah, he knows about my YouTube stuff. He's really cool. But he's like, yo, yeah, Saber, I saw Coco because he was talking about he was going to see it because I was going to go see it too. And I'm like, he goes, yeah, but he goes that Frozen short, and he made like the gun motion to his head where he's like blowing his brains out. And because I guess he went there with his boys, and they weren't too happy about it. But I thought it was okay. The Frozen short, it just typical.
Yeah, it was okay, but the thing is, like, it was originally supposed to be like for shown on ABC Family.
Yeah. Very much so a political move to pull it. They that was it's like your lines falling in a video game, and you're like, we gotta send some like tanks over here to back it up. So send Frozen because Laura was excited. My girlfriend was excited to go see it. And there's some jokes in the short I giggled at where he's like, "You're a princess, you don't have to settle."
Yeah, I love that.
Like Laura laughed out loud at that moment, and it was cute. I have no qualm with Frozen. I really don't.
I mean, I went to the bathroom during the short, but I didn't really miss anything.
Yeah, you didn't. Coco itself, though, we talked about this. It's the atmosphere is great. I actually recently watched Book of Life again. And I noticed, like, okay, well, something that Book of Life doesn't really have going for it is the backgrounds are pretty plain.
Yeah.
But Coco has outstanding background, very rich, but not overwhelming.
I don't
Especially
remember the characters in Book of Life very well.
I do. There's a lot of them though. Kind of like how
Oh,
there's a
I've
lot
only
in
seen the
Coco.
movie once, and it came
Well,
out like
there's
3 years ago now.
there's like 5 main characters. There's the 2 gods, and then there's
Yeah.
the 2 boys and the girl. But there's also, similar to Coco, there's an extended family going on. You know, it's my puppy and my mommy and my auntie and my 2 uncles and my cousins and I because people were kind of bashing on Coco, where they're like, oh, this world looks so lame compared to Book of Life, and I'm
Yeah.
like, that's not fair because the movie wasn't done. So the final product was
Yeah.
great. I thought it was beautiful, it's gorgeous. It looked so vibrant, colorful, and busy, but not obnoxiously busy.
Right.
And it's really cool because both these movies, Book of Life and Coco, capture the Mexican culture and the colors and the temple like structures, and it's like there's a lot to explore here. And also, speaking of Coco and Book of Life, they do not follow the exact same storyline. It's
Right.
quite different, and that's something people were worried about. And there's even a twist in Coco that caught me off guard, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I sort of saw it coming, but I didn't know like which character was going to be the thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, all I can say is that going into it, I thought it was too simple, but then it's like, oh shit, this is a lot more complicated than I thought.
Yeah.
So overall, because I don't want to spoil too much, I also want to shout out to the visuals. As has been the trend for most Pixar movies recently, they're getting scary close to like making stuff that looks real.
Yeah, the grandmother who's named Coco.
Yeah,
she looks really good.
she looks fantastic. She looks like a real old person. A
Yeah,
little cartoony to a degree, but still, like the wrinkles and the hair and the fibers in her clothes and her scarf. It's like wonderful.
yeah, and also, like I don't think I loved it quite as much as everybody else, but I will say that the song "Remember Me" sounds like it's from like a regular Disney movie, and that like it's
That's
very
nice.
it's very memorable.
Well, Book
Yeah.
of Life again. While we were watching it, I'm like the pop songs they put in the movie.
Yeah, it's a jukebox musical.
It's a jukebox musical. It's exactly what you said. It takes you out of the experience, in my opinion. Where it's like
Yeah.
this is like because
Yeah, and Coco's all original songs.
which and it's really cool how they hint at Mexican culture. Not hint at it; it's about Mexican culture. But there's things at various parts of Mexican culture, like the little screech the kid does before he sings.
Yeah.
It's cool. It was a nice little. It was different. It was a wonderful change of pace. And also the main character, I thought he, because most kid characters can be annoying. He was great. I thought
Miguel
was
was
wonderful.
really good.
So yeah, great film. I highly recommend seeing it. I mean, will I see it a second time in the theater? No. I'll wait till it's out on DVD or something or online.
I might see it again, maybe just because I have Movie Pass now, so
No,
I can just see it whenever.
There you go. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed it. Thought it was wonderful. Definitely a lot better than Good Dinosaur. And
though I really like Good Dinosaur, but I would still say it's better than Good Dinosaur.
Well, Good Dinosaur, from my point of view, is boring. It's good, but it's boring.
What is dinosaurs?
I know, you're biased. But for the record, Coco came out this year along with Cars 3. Cars 3 was super average.
Yeah. I'd still say it's my favorite of the Cars.
Well, yeah.
Movies.
Well, I go Cars 1, Cars 3, and Cars 2.
Yeah.
Followed by Nader's Christmas special. But and then the Star Wars Christmas special. No, but Cars 3, I watched it on the flight back from LA, and I was like, this is still kind of boring. It's just your typical, like, an athlete, his last hurrah kind of story.
Yeah.
I've been there, I've done that. And again, once again, the car universe, like, I don't know why, but there's certain universes, especially Cars, where it's, I can't stop asking myself, how does this universe function?
Yeah.
Like, because Laura, she was like, why is there a school bus? Why is there a school bus? Why is there a school bus? It doesn't make sense. Why is there a school bus? Like, the only way it works is if...
Oh, should we bring them back in? Because we're finished talking about Coco now.
Yeah, bring them in.
All right, yeah.
But, like, well, I'll continue this in a moment, because I think Rachel probably want to hear about it.
Yeah, let me see. I'm back.
Summon full.
Hi.
No, we started talking about cars. The
movie
Pixar
or
movies.
or just the vehicle?
The movie.
Oh, finally a good movie to talk about.
Wow.
I mean, we were talking about Zootopia for a second, so.
That's a good movie too.
Yeah.
Cars 3, we're just talking about how, like, why is there a school bus, like, in Cars 3? And there's so many parts about the Cars universe where, like, it just makes me go, like, makes me have the experience of trying to see it.
It's not. It's a good movie for you, Saber. I suggest you watch it from start to finish. It's Cargo.
It is wonderful movie.
Real good. Yeah, I feel like it.
That was my number one.
What?
Of the year?
Of the year, yes.
No, it was my number one of my my top 10 worst animated movies I've ever seen.
Context is important.
Yeah.
Because that. Okay.
How can that be your number one worst? I mean, you have Ed Asner singing a song about nothing, but no one can understand what he's saying.
I'm Ed Asner.
Yeah, like I had that go public while we were in California. But yeah, that was my number, because, like, man, it was painful watching that. Like, even like watching it with you guys, it was painful. Pull over.
It's bad when you go to watch a movie knowing that it's going to be terrible and saying I can't wait to see it, and then you literally can't get past like the 30-minute mark.
Yeah,
like,
it's that bad. Like,
it's terrible. It's terrible.
Terrible.
So it's that bad.
I'd rather watch Cars 2 30 times than that.
Would you rather watch Leo the Lion again?
No.
Yes, actually, I think.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, at least Leo the Lion. Actually, no, that's tough. I don't know.
Do you remember how bad that movie was?
Are they close on like levels of bad? Because like the problem with Cargo is it became kind of boring too. Like, it was bad and boring. Like, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, what's happening now?
It was Bedoring.
Yeah.
Bedoring.
All right. So yeah, me and Saber talked about Coco for a little bit. It's a good movie. You should go watch it.
Fine. I can't watch it because my mom said no, because that guy that works at Pixar is a bad guy.
Oh, we'll talk about that later.
Did she actually say that?
No.
But yeah, we'll talk about what's going on with Pixar later.
Yeah.
Next movie, I'm sure none of you are like jumping out of your seat to go see, is Sony Animations The Star. I went to go see it after I got back.
I'm gonna try and see it tomorrow.
I will say it's not as bad as the Emoji Movie. But
you keep saying these things that don't add any value.
Not as bad as Batman vs Superman. Not as bad as Cargo.
But this it didn't have like anything like offensively bad in it. It was just boring, really. It's just like a boring Christmas movie.
Is it really religious or anything like that?
Kind of. There are like some religious parts in it where it's like the angel comes down and like talks to Mary, saying you're gonna have Jesus in your belly.
Okay.
They say it exactly like that.
As they sit in the Taco Bell drive-thru, they're like,
yeah, The Star is.
It's a movie.
That's pretty much. It's a movie. But yeah,
it sounds like it's gonna be one of those movies that just comes and goes, and everyone's gonna forget about it.
Pretty much, it really feels like that kind of movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and get this, the main character, who's the donkey named Bo, is played by the actor that plays Glenn in The Walking Dead.
Who cares?
Really?
Yeah.
Finally, some recognizable
I was like,
talent.
out of all the actors to play a main character in an animated movie. Really? Glenn from The Walking Dead?
Is that a show that anyone kept up with? I feel like everyone just kind of fell off.
I know Race watches it.
I still watch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my dad still watches it.
Mhm.
There you go.
I remember everyone was like, "Oh man,
coworker-
the episode's coming on for The
My
Walking Dead."
coworker watches it. I know this because today he turned to another of our coworkers and was like,
Did you
"Hey,
spoil it?
I know you don't watch The Walking Dead, but let me tell you something pretty nifty." And I'm like, "Dear God, no, I don't have my earbuds, so I have to like, either sit like this or just pretend." So what I did was I left. I got up and was like, "I need to get a drink or something." And when I came back, he's like, "Yeah," and then he said like his entire, I guess, 15 minutes of talking to her that didn't get the point across. I walk in to hear, "So blank is happening," and I'm like, "Damn it! Like, come on!" She doesn't even care. She doesn't even watch the show.
That reminds me of a time at the library. For those of you who don't know, when I was in college, I used to go to the library. That's like where I hung out and played video games and whatnot. And there are a bunch of what my friends call the library bads, because they're just a bunch of like.
I met some when I was going there.
They suck as human beings. So, but like they're all like bad at being social. But there was one. I was trying to tell my friend Nicole about Steven Universe. That was like back when I was like, "Hey, people should watch this show, right?" And sounds like I don't say that anymore. But yeah, I was like, "Yeah, it's really good. You should watch Steven Universe." And one of the bads heard me from the other side of the library and without skipping a beat, he's like, "Blank's a fusion," and like just like. Like he didn't say anything else. He just heard I was talking about.
I think
Steven Universe.
people like that take credit. Like it's almost like they think like since they saw it first, they get to be like proud about like they're the ones who wrote the characters and made it happen. It's like, oh, you just saw it first, you fucking idiot.
Right.
I can't stand spoilers. Spoilers piss me off.
Right. Luckily, she didn't understand what he said because he said it so fast and so excitedly she didn't catch it. I was like, good, shut up and watch the show. I'm so glad she didn't hear it because that was a really cool moment for.
You know what's weird though? Is that like the content being spoiled, you know, it sucks, but it's more of the action of that person ruining it. It's like I take that offense to that. It's like you
right, yeah.
Why are you doing that? Why do you, it's like your mother's dead, you know, huh? So I'll let you know, or something like that. Well, it's not the same. Still,
what? That's a spoiler.
Wait,
I hope my mother's not dead.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. It's rough. It's like, hey, did you watch that new show, Sprinkle Bits? And it's like, oh yeah,
Sprinkle Bits.
It's like, hey, yeah, Panda Sniffer and Otto Ryder, they both died in episode 72.
Panda Sniffer and Otto Ryder.
I don't know, boy. I don't know.
What kind of anime are you watching?
This is hard.
We need to make a new show called Sprinkle Bits and have characters Panda Sniffer and Otto Ryder.
We are riders. Rider.
We are riders. We are riders.
Actually, I'll actually bring it up on Wednesday since you guys have already discussed it. So,
all right,
wiping your entire face.
you'll know why.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, the star. We were talking about that. Yeah, it's just a boring Christmas movie.
Okay.
So, next thing I believe three of us have seen, the Hey Arnold Jungle Movie that came on Nickelodeon.
I'll come back for this one too.
Wait, really quickly before you leave, did you watch Hey Arnold when you were a kid?
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, not to the capacity of some of you guys, because whenever we're talking about Hey Arnold, I feel like, yeah, I watched Hey Arnold, and then you guys are like, remember when this happened? And I'm like, oh no, I don't. So, I watched.
I feel like that with some shows.
Yeah, I watched it more as like you know what, it's on, I'll catch an episode. I thought I watched it, but I've forgotten so much about it. But Sarah has the movie set to record, so
nice.
I know I'll be watching it soon. So
yeah, when Helga died, that really caught me off guard.
Oh, you actually told him. I mean, like, you'll find it out when you watch it, but yeah, she does die. Like, wow.
You hear that hell of that screaming she always does.
That's right. She does have a scream.
I didn't mute fast enough.
So yeah, that Helga death though.
Yeah, it was really cool.
No, but the Jungle Movie, man, that was a lot better than the theatrical movie.
I never saw the theatrical movie, so I have nothing to.
Well, you don't need to now.
Okay.
No, the theatrical movie
Just
sucks.
replaced it.
Yeah, I watched it when Saber came to visit one time, and we were watching it, and I was like, man, this is so generic and just not that great. And like the way in the you don't mind if I spoil the theatrical movie?
I do not care at all.
It's a piece of cinematic history.
Yeah, because they do something similar that they did in the Jungle Movie. Was Helga confessing her love to Arnold, and they did it in the theatrical movie, except for they played it off as like at the end of the movie, like as a joke or whatever, so that way they could go back to square one if they were continuing the series.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, that's such bullshit.
Here's a fun fact: there was supposed to be a spin-off show called Meet the Patakis, or the Patakis, that never happened because Nickelodeon thought it was too
Sad.
mature. It was too mature because they're a dysfunctional family, so yeah, sad. And also, they thought it was too close to Daria, whatever that MTV show was.
Okay. Yeah, Meet the Patakis. I felt like that would be like a really upsetting show, even.
Yeah.
Like, Helga's family sucks.
No, they suck so bad. Wait, have you seen the Jungle Movie yet, or no?
Yeah, we've all seen it. No, only Race hasn't seen it.
Phil, Gertrude, you're still alive.
Yeah, I love that joke.
Pretty good.
Did you want to put up a spoilers tag on this? By the way?
Yeah. So, you guys, if you haven't seen the Jungle Movie, we're probably gonna go into a lot of spoilers. I think we already did something.
Yes. Yes.
Though it was already happened in like the theatrical movie. So if you've seen that, you know what happens. So yeah, we'll go into spoilers. Talk about some stuff. So yeah, Arnold meets his parents.
Yeah, it finally happens. Well, not really. It happened.
Yeah,
Yep, it happens.
Apparently better than Samurai Jack did. I don't know.
At least his parents weren't erased from existence.
Yeah.
But Arnold, if the Hey Arnold, the first movie, was never made, then this movie was never made, and they just disappear.
Yeah. Oh, when I first started watching it, because Paleo and Jax Blade were like, we're going to go watch it. And I was like, I might as well go watch it since an hour and a half movie on TV takes 2 hours because TV is stupid. So I didn't want to be alone for 2 hours.
I remembered why I stopped watching TV when I watched this. I was like, holy shit, there's a lot of commercials for a movie that's an hour and 22 minutes.
Right. But the beginning of the movie is just like, hey, do you remember Hey Arnold? If you don't, well, let me help you. And
Yeah.
it's like everything at you is like, Helga's gonna hit Stinky. Everyone's gonna, or Stinky, wow, Brainy.
No, you're not wrong.
Everyone's gonna say their catchphrases. The woo 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 woo. Everything.
Yeah.
Remember all of these characters.
Golly, Arnold.
Yeah, I need to rewatch it because there were some things that I caught that I laughed at, but I can't really remember. Because there's some things that like Harold did that I laughed at.
He's like, I hate Arnold, and then like an hour later, he's like, I miss Arnold.
Yeah.
What was it? In the movie, I don't ship things a lot. I really don't. It's not because I want to be different than people. It's just because it doesn't happen. Like, I have only one other ship, and it's freaking, like, these two. Foam Freaking Finding Dory or whatever. I was like, y'all are cute together. So, but I gained another one. It was, Gerald and Phoebe. Apparently I'm
they're
late.
great.
Apparently I'm late to this or something. I didn't even know this
Yeah,
was a
people
thing.
shipped them for a while.
I didn't know. So, but Yeah, Phoebe was like, "See you later, handsome." I was like, "That's cute as shit."
Yeah, they kind of had a thing for a while. It's cute.
Mhm.
No, it's cool because now it's like 100% confirmed.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So
Yeah,
I
and-
gained that. I have 2 now.
I'm glad that they did sort of redid the thing from the original theatrical movie where Helga confessed her love.
Yeah.
But then afterwards they were like, oh, so they're actually a couple now.
Yeah,
So,
right.
yeah.
And she's still the super Tsum.
But it's
Yeah.
fine. 'Cause, I mean, I guess she still wants to keep up images and she's coming around. But I think it's
He's like, I didn't say you could touch me.
I think it's sweet that Arnold was like, "You've been there watching out for me this entire time." Creepy, but it's sweet.
Oh, speaking of creepy, Helga's creep factor is like maximized
Yeah.
in this movie.
She has all like the security footage from
She has a
Arnold's
log
bedroom.
of his life, alphabetized and organized.
It's pretty bad.
She has him undressing.
Well, let's we forget the episode where like she saw Arnold like naked undressing. Remember that?
Yeah.
I don't actually. Huh.
Yeah, she
Like,
was
he
stuck
did
in
it-
her in his bedroom.
I remember now.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I got you.
I forgot what she was like trying to retrieve. It was like,
I think it was her journal.
oh
Was
yeah,
it-
it was her journal. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It was like a journal or a locket. Yeah. One of those. Okay. Excellent.
I mustn't look.
Another thing about this movie, I was surprised at the amount of violence.
Yeah, people died.
People like, I was like, he got hit by arrows. That's funny. And then he dropped them. I was like,
Oh yeah, and like, and men were crushed too.
right. He's like, gotta keep eyes on the prize. I'm like, help your bros out, guy. Don't kill them. Oh my god.
Yeah, though.
And then what was it? The kids like jumped the guy and just like boom, boom.
Oh,
Like, Helga started like punching him.
him. Yeah,
Right,
that's
Gerald's curb stomping him. It's ridiculous.
Though I really enjoy the movie.
Me too.
Though there are some things that are a bit like out there as far as
Yes,
like
definitely.
cartooniness goes. I mean, it is a cartoon, but like a part of Hey Arnold was like grounded a little bit in reality.
I think it's grounded a lot in reality, actually,
Yeah.
which is what's so weird about the juxtaposition between this movie and the actual
Well,
show.
reality, but like still they go on like crazy adventures. Like how often does
Yeah.
a kid save up, a turtle or something?
Right.
Mighty Pete, Mighty Morphin
Mhm.
Power Rangers.
That's him.
Yeah, but like the main thing I had a question about is like, okay, so the sleeping sickness. How are
Right.
they staying
How does he-
alive?
Right.
Like these people are basically in comas in like an ancient civilization. How are they staying alive?
Magic?
What?
The butterflies.
What is this Isle of the Green Lollies? I don't understand.
Whoa!
That's what it is.
Green-eyed lollies.
Yeah.
You're right. They were a bunch of little kids.
I was like, what is this? Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And then he woke up and it was all a dream. Yeah.
That
Oh,
was- that was
that's
real.
right. Like he woke
Samurai
up.
Jack walks out and puts his hand on his shoulder. Like
Mhm.
But yeah, he wakes up at the end, and I was just thinking, don't you fucking dare!
now,
fucking
now,
dare.
Pookie. Like, we go,
Yeah, like you're
Okay.
almost good. Don't do it.
Yeah, and then like his parents are just living with him now, so and they were waiting outside of the school for him to get out of school. So
it was sweet. It was sweet. It was a really nice ending. It's. I don't want any more. I'm done. Harold is concluded.
Which
Yeah.
means they're about to reboot it.
Yep.
No.
Like they said on Twitter that like if the Jungle Movie does real well, they're gonna reboot the series. Like, and
Are you
it's-
serious?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like they'll have it continue after straight after the movie.
Nah, you need to stop. Yeah, they need to
I want to stop.
Yeah, I mean it's a very good conclusion, but like if to have it like with the way they have it now, I think is a much more like respectable way to reboot the series than what the Powerpuff Girls did.
Dude, I hate the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing how I still learn new ways to hate it. Like after seeing the Hey Arnold movie, I'm like,
Like out of all the companies like doing good like reboots and stuff, why is Nickelodeon so is like good at this now? Because we got the Hey Arnold movie, which was good, and so Rocco is up next, which I'm not sure what they're going to do for a movie.
Yeah.
But then the Invader Zim movie, I'm very excited about.
Dude, if they actually have a budget to make it look like computer animated stuff, it's gonna be so awesome.
Yeah. And I wouldn't mind if they rebooted Invader Zim, because it didn't have enough episodes. There was not nearly enough episodes of Invader Zim. So anyway, yeah, let's
call back the red man.
Call back race.
He's
We're
wearing
good.
a red shirt, and also he's really red right now.
Yo.
You are red as a beet.
Yeah, I don't know why. I was looking at that earlier. I don't know if it's my shirt or what.
You were looking at yourself?
Huh?
You were looking at yourself?
I can see the camera.
Oh, I can see what's happening.
What?
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I'm so red.
Let's move on to movie news.
The race best red.
What movie news?
Yeah.
What are the other movie news?
No, yeah, that was just movies we've seen. I'm talking about news.
Go ahead, Paleo.
So, first thing, I'm sure everybody's super excited about it. Illumination's going to make a Mario movie.
Next topic, we're done.
That's so weird.
What?
It's because Universal has a deal with Nintendo. They're going to make, like Super Nintendo Land as part of the Universal Studios theme parks.
Well, here's the good news: if the movie shits itself, I'm gonna make at least 1 million views in this next video.
Yeah,
so that's
but I have a feeling, because from what they've shown of like concept arts and like concept previews, I guess, of the Super Nintendo Land from the Universal theme parks, it looks very true to what Mario is.
If Nintendo
will probably be watching Illumination like a hawk, like just like constantly over their shoulder.
Because Nintendo's a bunch of like they're really into their quality check from the sound.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. Like Illumination's like, oh, let's put a fart joke, and Nintendo's like, bams them in the face. It's like, do not you dare. It's weird though. Like, I can't imagine. It's like he's gonna have to talk in the movie, right, Mario? And I can't imagine.
He doesn't
Mario,
have. I mean, the minions don't talk.
Well, they
can we talk about better movies? So in a good movie,
I am God.
I mean, like other characters can talk. Like, if they make it like kind of like how Paper Mario is, where every other character talks but not Mario.
Are there movies like that where the main character doesn't say much but everyone else does? I guess like
I only know video games that are like that.
Yeah, I guess Samurai Jack's not a movie, but I guess Samurai Jack does it well. Other people talk, but Samurai Jack doesn't speak that much.
Yeah. No, I mean, Mario isn't like mute. He says like things like "wahoo, woo."
But I can't imagine him being like a loquacious or anything. He's gonna be like.
They need to make it like Shaun the Sheep and just have him not say a single word of dialogue.
I would actually love that if they made it like Shaun the Sheep. Because I love that movie. That's great.
That'd be so weird if he's like it's like the old Mario live action. Hey, for my son Luigi.
Yeah, voiced by Bob Hoskins, even though he's.
Yeah, I feel like if Mario says full sentences, it's gonna feel weird.
It's me, Mario. Hello. But no.
Bowser, what are you doing? The Princess Peach is like, stop talking. You can't say that much. You can say woohoo. That's it.
Yeah, it's really weird when you. It's really weird when you hear. It's really weird when you hear Charles Martinet like speak in full sentences in his Mario voice, because like I heard it when I had a pre-order for Super Mario Galaxy back in 2007. Like he left a
voice message.
Yeah, they leave a voice message with Charles Martinet saying that like your pre-order's ready or whatever. And like he says it completely in the Mario voice, and I was like, "Oh, that is so weird." He's saying like a complete sentence.
Right. That's why it feels so weird when Link spoke. Breath of the Wild is interesting because like everyone else speaks it. What? Link spoke in can't wait to bomb such a dongos.
Oh, I was like, he spoke in Breath of the Wild? What are you talking about?
No. I was just saying, in Breath of the Wild, it was interesting to hear people speak in full sentences. Like and all of the, what are they called? Champions? I forget. The four guys. Yeah. The four people.
I'll grab my stuff.
Yeah. No, I did like the way Zelda sounded in Breath of the Wild, though every Zelda's different. So that one had a distinct personality compared to the other ones.
Mm-hmm. She's also the best looking Zelda.
You think so?
In my opinion,
She was super cute.
Right. I was like, look at this appealing looking character.
Yeah.
I don't know. She looks weird in Ocarina of Time. She looks weird in Twilight Princess.
Yeah, I like her Twilight Princess design. She's very regal in that one. Yeah, and also the Wind Waker one where she's Tetra.
I enjoy that. Wow, is she sport? No, I'm joking.
Spoilers for a game that's super old.
Right. Man, that sucked. Like when Smash came out, Smash Melee, and like Sheik turned into Zelda and Zelda turned into Sheik. I was like, what about the people who haven't played this game yet, bro?
Yeah. At that point, it was only like 3 years old.
Right. I was like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, but though to be fair, it was like one of the most popular games of all time, so like everybody had played it.
I gotta play all those Zelda games, like from start to finish.
Ocarina of Time.
I basically did that this year before Breath of the Wild came out.
Ocarina of Time is so bizarre because it's like the #1 game on like every list of like anything ever, and it's like, man, the game ain't that good, but it
is really good. Yeah,
it's a really good game. But like to get #1 best game on all these lists, I'm like, all right, you need to like slow your roll here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's been better games that have come out since then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it has problems.
I mean,
it definitely has issues. Cars, is that your favorite game?
Yeah. I just realized that there was like a, hey, come see it at the El Capitan Theater.
Oh.
Is El Capitan in Disneyland?
It's in Hollywood.
So yes.
Yeah, so the Mario movie, we'll see what happens. It's probably not going to come out until like 2021.
2020. That's not a real year. I told you, 2020 is the last year.
It's over, guys, finally.
Is that a computer joke?
No.
Alright. Next,
I was trying to come up with something witty to say, but it just kind of flatly ended up as no.
Next, let's talk about a couple of trailers that came out while we were in California. Versus the Deadpool 2 teaser, which
I didn't watch that.
It's pretty neat.
Man, I'm so behind on superheroes now.
I've seen like I think 1 second of it and didn't realize that it was actually a trailer.
Yeah, it's basically Deadpool as Bob Ross, and that's the teaser. I
thought that was the movie. Like that's a good movie. Oh, there he is on the screen. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's cool. A neat little teaser. So, and that'll be coming out next year. So if you haven't seen that teaser, watch it. It's pretty good. I like it when trailers aren't like from the movie, when they're just talking about the movie, and then they show like little clips from the movie and not like giving away anything.
Yep.
I like it when the trailers do that. So this is a good trailer.
I wonder if
I'll take my jacket off.
This movie's totally gonna rag on like Batman versus Superman and all those other superhero movies. Because like it already made fun of like its budget and whatnot in the first movie.
Yeah,
like, man, it'd be nice. I'm curious. I'll be curious to see how they handle it.
All right, and the next trailer, before we get into our last topic before Q&A, Rampage.
Dude, that looks so stupid.
Oh, yeah. That's not one I thought you were going to talk about at all.
They miss the mark. And this Rampage,
it's not an action movie.
It's not. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to.
Rampage should be a comedy.
Yeah, it's just big and stupid. And here's the thing: I think Hollywood's so afraid to actually take a leap of faith. Like these studios are like, no, unless you have like what Jim would call an auteur director or someone with like back it up, they won't let you do it. And it's funny because I think Jack said that like the Rock really wanted to do this, and someone actually noticed that the Rock's wearing the exact same outfit from the Rampage movie that he wore in the Jumanji movie.
Really? They're just filming both at the same time.
I shit you not. There's a screen cap where it's like it looks besides the necklace he's wearing,
the exact same.
The exact same. And it's like, did you film this like?
He ran from set to set.
I mean, I give The Rock so much credit. You can't hate that guy. He's awesome. But like, it's like someone said in the comment, like The Rock, Dwayne, you can say no to a movie if you wanted to. It looks to be it's like, what is this, Mighty Joe Young, werewolf, and then like the lizard looks like some like villain character from like a Pacific Rim or Godzilla movie or something, or King Kong. It's like, I'm so sick of these uninspired, stupid looking monsters that they'll catch your eye for a bit and there's a cool action scene, but they're not memorable. They're not like I won't forget Gypsy Danger. That was cool with the first Pacific Rim movie. I won't forget Godzilla's the King of Monsters. I won't forget like Optimus Prime. Oh god, I gotta be careful on this one. Animated. So like I'm just saying, like I'm reading this book about Sega and how they're trying to develop Sonic and how because they're trying to make the Mario killer at the time back in
the Mario killer.
Seriously, that's what they wanted. They wanted to put Mario down in the grave, and it was an all-out war between Nintendo and Sega.
They're still trying to make a WoW killer.
Yeah, well, WoW killed itself, don't worry.
WoW killed itself, boy. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
WoW was the WoW killer.
WoW took the genre down with it. It's simple and clean. But there's the guy who was in charge of Sega of America was Tom Kalinske, and he used to work for Mattel. And when they first got the blueprints for Sonic, it was like this really edgelord. Like it's funny because it like Sonic OCs existed before Sonic. It was even like a final concept. It's hilarious because he was like orange, had sunglasses, a leather jacket, a guitar, and a like a really slutty looking girlfriend. I'm just saying. That's what it looked like. And the guys in America are like, this is stupid. They changed it. And Tom was like, they went to a toy aisle. Look at Mickey Mouse. Look at G.I. Joe. Look at Barbie. These are it's plastic usually. It's just material. It's the story that goes with the characters that make you believe in these characters. That make you believe that they're more than just fiction. That it can become even real to a person where they truly believe in it. I don't see that with Rampage. I don't see that with these characters. That thing is, they already have a source material where it's like you guys have characters that are spunky, stupid, funny monsters. Work with that. It's also you're kind of at a slight downside because Rampage isn't a really popular game. Really, it's like Mario, but still, like you guys are a bunch of pussies. You fell back on like big action movies, and you're trying to sell it to China, and it's stupid, and I hate you for it. Sorry, rant over.
Yeah.
Amen.
Just play the arcade cabinet.
The arcade's so much fun. It's so much fun.
Last thing, but for I forgot to mention there was a couple other trailers that came out. One of them was Hotel Transylvania 2. I mean 3.
I saw that. It looks so boring.
Yeah. I mean the animation looks fun the way it is. It still has that Gendy style to it.
Is it Gendy's animation?
Is Gendy working on it?
I don't know.
Look it up.
I just know that like his style has still transferred over from the previous two.
Well, here's the most important thing: is that Mavis was wearing a bathing suit, and the director.
She's married.
I'm sorry.
She's fictional.
It was
She's married.
I just said it can become real. Directed by Gendy, written by Gendy.
Okay.
So poor Gendy. He's such a trooper. He's like
he's still working for Sony. He's like, come on, please let me make something that let me make Popeye. Let me make my own thing.
How about you make
Sony's like, no. Cracks the whip. All right, so and there was another. Since we're gonna talk about Pixar soon, the Incredibles 2 teaser came out.
You
Which was,
have
That's
my
what I'm gonna
power.
do this for.
Yeah, it.
Wow.
There's really nothing to be said
Okay.
about it. Like,
Alright.
there's really
Except
nothing
what-
to be said
except
about it
what
because it was a
Saber said.
teaser of a teaser.
And yet it was good enough.
Yeah,
That's all we needed.
didn't reveal anything.
What Bob has like mega fibers on his shirt if you zoom in.
Yeah,
Yes, he does.
does.
Actually,
Yes, he
it's
does.
kind of weird because it's doing the thing that Nintendo does, which is like actually over detailing. Like you shouldn't be able to see those like at all. Come on now.
Yeah, you're right. Nintendo did it with Mario and his little hat.
Right. It's like what all
His
that? Like I don't know. I appreciate that they're going the extra mile, but they're actually going like an extra mile that doesn't need to be walked.
yeah. So speaking of Pixar, some things going down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It doesn't just affect Pixar because it also affects Disney. So
Here we go.
sure you've heard about the John Lasseter thing going on.
I was really upset actually.
Yeah,
John,
me too.
Why? Why, John? You don't have to give everyone a hug, John. Don't, John.
Can't we just like not touch people? Like,
Yeah, I don't like
is it
touching
that
people.
hard?
I always ask people at conventions if they want a hug before I go to give them a hug.
Unless they like preface it with like, "Can I give you a hug?"
Typically, what I'll say.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
It's it'll be interesting because, like
So-
I said,
Yeah. This is going to have some changes within the company.
I don't think you
And
actually
it's-
ever said what the actual thing that happened was. We were just all like, "Yeah,
Yeah. No, it was all over like Twitter and everything. Like because it happened like after we came back from California.
Ecola.
Yeah.
yeah, it was like the day before Coco came out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we still haven't said what he did, but essentially,
Right."
John Lasseter
We know what
was I guess he released a statement saying he was going to take a 6-month leave from the
Sabbatical.
company because he was giving for aggressively hugging. Then another article came out saying that there was some touching, kissing involved. But I guess some of the women within Pixar didn't feel comfortable around John because he liked to.
Man, it bums me out. I like
Yeah.
John.
I liked.
He's such like a
yeah.
like a childlike personality, you know. It's like,
Yeah.
so I don't
It's a
know. I
bummer.
mean, obviously, like the thing is that in some of these cases where somebody comes out and says this person did this, sometimes people are like no, but this is an interesting one because
He's a titan of the industry.
yeah,
Mhm.
and John's the one who came. John is the one who came for it. I'm sure Disney was like, no, John, we have an issue arising. But what's weird is that a lot of people, I think a lot of us, I at least expected that we were going to start hearing stuff come out. I haven't really heard anything more. Like I thought they were just trying to preemptively be like, all right, a storm's coming and we need to like, take care of this now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's odd. Yeah.
Whatever it
It's
is.
just-
Yeah.
It just sucks because whenever I watch like those old DVD specials, and I'm like, there he is, man.
Yeah.
That's clearly the biggest problem here is that I can't look at this anymore. But,
Forget the people. It's all about
right? Can't
Like,
watch those specials.
well. A lot
Now
of
I
people
can't
were-
enjoy the making ofs of anything
right.
of any Pixar
A
thing.
lot of I know. Well, good thing he had nothing to do with Zootopia.
What
He was the executive producer.
did- Yeah.
That was a joke.
Okay. I'm sometimes bad at those.
Yeah,
you
he's
gotta-
been the executive producer of like every Disney
When Officer
animated.
Bogo gave a hug to Judy, it was really weird.
Yeah, he's been the
Yeah.
executive producer of every Disney animated stuff since like Bolt, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's when he came on to like head everything.
There's a lot of people right now talking about who might kind of take the lead on for Pixar. And it's a bigger conversation, but as you mentioned, the Walt Disney Animation Studios right now is kind of also
because John was heading that
became an
too.
umbrella.
Yeah, they're in trouble.
What's
They're-
that?
they're in trouble, but
Pete Docter.
Yeah, you think he'll take it?
Yeah,
He's
people have
one
been
of the
talking
people-
about him taking over, which that'd be nice because like he's directed two of Pixar's like greatest films, Up and Inside Out.
Right.
I don't want to. It's weird. I don't want to understate, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of people might overstate because John obviously was like a figurehead for the company, and he did some incredible things for them. But a lot of people also are like, yeah, but let's see, like I feel like he was a good, outside of his flaws, good at like getting people to fire on all cylinders. Because a lot of people are like, well, let's look at the last movies he's directed.
Yeah,
So, I've seen some people actually discussing like how integral he's been in some of the movies. Like he personally, just John Lasseter, has been in a lot of the movies. Obviously, it's a lot of it comes back to him. Even with like Zootopia, where they talked about like getting the Pixar crew together and sharing ideas. But I would hope that Disney has enough. I would think Disney and Pixar have enough of a powerhouse to be able to not fall. I feel like this is more of a tip of the iceberg thing.
yeah.
I'm hoping. Like I would think Disney will probably be okay. It's just obviously not good, but yeah, it's just a bummer. It sucks.
It is a
like,
bummer.
It's like a lot of our childhoods were like, no, John. Why?
Yeah. Man, I'll still watch Pixar movies and everything, but
Mhm.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
John Lasseter. It's not,
The
made by John
entirety of the
Lasseter,
arc,
but
right?
it's,
Yeah.
directed, voice acted by John Lasseter. I mean, he,
everything by himself.
yeah, I mean, again, there's a figurehead to it, but it doesn't
Yeah.
mean that's where all the work happened. A lot of having a successful movie is putting all the right people in the right place.
Right.
Mhm.
So, I mean, they have the right people. They just need to keep doing what they've been doing, and hopefully by now they've figured it out. Because I mean, even then, John, he's been around for a while. Yeah, eventually, at some point in his life, he was probably going to retire anyways.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just wonder. It's that kind of fly on the wall.
Who would have
scenario.
thought that I would actually be able to make a What Ruined Pixar someday?
Oh no! Didn't you already do something like that? Like when Finding Dory came out? You did the video that says is Pixar failing?
I can make another one.
The answer is yes.
No, you got to make it when Toy Story 4 comes out.
When I'm curious, Paleo, not to bring up an old subject, but when you saw Coco,
Yeah.
how packed was your theater?
It was pretty like not like packed, but there were a lot of people there. Though I saw it on like the first showing on Wednesday, that Wednesday morning, because there wasn't a showing on Tuesday.
I'm hearing that this movie is obviously very geared to like Latino audiences and whatnot. The apparently like comparing audience size from the East Coast,
Mhm.
I guess like New York, no, Los Angeles has like 2.5 times many people seen it than New York did.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it
So
makes a lot of
it's
sense being right next to Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a lot of people, so it's interesting. It's not surprising, I don't think, but it's also one of the things that a lot of people were talking about and how successful it'd be. The reason I bring that up is because it's curious how the John Lasseter thing. I heard a theory. Someone said that there were signs that something. Obviously, this was just a theory, but that there was probably a rumbling in the company where Disney probably sat John down and said, "Dude, you gotta go." Like
Yeah.
before this releases. But I heard somebody say that they wonder if they said, look, we know this is going to come out at some point. We need to kind of pop the balloon before Coco because we don't know how good this is going to be, as opposed to waiting and having it affect the Incredibles movie.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's a weird theory and it's a weird subject to be like, oh man, box office, but it's kind of like, I mean, I don't think it's any surprise that I don't know how confident Disney was in Coco, given that they're like, we need to slam a 30-minute Frozen short in front of us.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be sick of Frozen before they make a sequel, if they aren't already.
I got sick of Frozen a while ago.
Like I said.
Yeah. All right. So, any other thing else to talk about as far as regarding Pixar?
It's a slam-packed podcast. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So I guess we'll do like 15 minutes of Q&A, but I'm going to go to the...
No, end now.
Oh. Anyway, if you want to ask us questions, you can ask us on Twitter. Our Twitter handles are right there. And you can also ask us on Super Chat if you want to donate. I would very much appreciate it. I will start answering questions after this break because I'm very thirsty. I've been sick lately, so...
Thirsty.
I forgot my camera's reversed on the stream, so you're like, ask us our Twitter handles. I'm like, yeah, down there, and I'm actually just pointing in the complete wrong direction. Oh my god.
Yeah. So anyway, so quick break, and then we'll be right back to answer questions. So if you guys need to go to the bathroom or get a drink or whatever.
No, I have a man's bladder, thank you.
A man's bladder.
Oh yeah, if you guys want to do super chats, yeah, they're very much appreciated. I'll answer them as soon as Saber gets back. He's there. Maybe he's just there.
I'm back, but I'm sorry, I was going to talk to my roommate.
Oh,
go
okay.
ahead and go on without me.
Okay.
Be right back.
All right, so yeah, we got a super chat from Enigma Friends.
Hey.
They ask, how are you all handling YouTube's demonetizing Fritz, and what's your favorite catchphrase from an animated movie or cartoon? So YouTube's demonetization, it's been difficult. It hasn't been like as bad for me as for some other people, but I usually get like something demonetized like a day after. The podcast, when I put that up, that's demonetized immediately. But everything else, it usually like takes a day or so, and then I have to appeal it.
So silly.
Yeah, I've only had a couple videos get hit from my EQLA uploads, but they had a quick turnaround as far as getting monetized. It's still stupid. I love that you're contacting, like, you keep messaging the people on Twitter. You're
yeah, because I want to annoy them. Because I want to annoy YouTube until they fix things.
That's the way sometimes. So what you got to do?
Yeah, and as far as the other question, what's your favorite catchphrase from an animated movie or a cartoon?
It's called a hustle, sweetheart.
Wow. Pull over.
That's a pretty epic. Pull over! Pull over!
That's pretty thing from Cargo.
Suck a dick, dumb shit. That's mine.
What animated movie is that from?
What?
That's from a cartoon.
Does it have to be a movie?
This is animated movie or cartoon.
Yeah,
so,
there you go.
Yeah, that's from BoJack Horseman.
Oh. Fine.
You know what my favorite Zuko Sabo!
Oh my god. You know what I say, like, even today, like, whenever I make a mistake or whatever, I always say dough.
From
like,
Simpsons?
Yeah, from Homer Simpson. Yeah,
Let me just go ahead.
I've been saying dough since I was a kid.
Let me just go ahead and insert Jax's. It's Booyah. There you go. I'm sure I have another favorite, but it's just not coming to mind right now.
Booyah.
Alright, let's look on Twitter here. Gumball asks, do you think the Jungle Movie is the Ed, Edd and Eddy's big picture show of Hey Arnold, in which both shows had finales and movies that ended spectacularly? Which brings me to a follow-up question. Have you noticed the parallels between the two cartoons? Between Ed, Edd and Eddy and Hey Arnold? Yeah,
I haven't noticed any parallels. Huh.
Yeah, I haven't really noticed any parallels, but they do feel very similar, and they feel like a finale movie.
Right.
The Ed, Edd and Eddy finale movie was really good. And so was this
Never
Jungle
seen
Movie.
it.
Yeah, it's really good. I recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
Mirth Mauser asks, do you think Disney will fire John for his actions, or will they just let him take a 6-month break due to his large influence on modern animation?
I think they're gonna fire him.
Yeah, I think he's gone.
I think they let him leave.
But if he didn't leave, then they would have really let him leave.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure they were like, John, we like you. We're not happy this is happening, but we're gonna give you the opportunity to quote leave on your own terms. Which is them basically saying you're done. I think more people will be surprised if he comes back.
Right.
So.
Oh, got another super chat here. Those are very appreciated, especially because of the demonetization stuff. They can't demonetize super chats.
And then
watch them do it. Kevin Guzman asks, what are your favorite animated movies in the different animation mediums? 3D, 2D, stop motion, anime, etc.
Wow.
So that's
I have a list.
I also have a list.
I have a list of my favorite animated movies up to 30 because I did it one day.
Yeah, so let me bring up my list because I'm pretty
why.
sure I have a top one for each. As they go down.
Let's see. 3D, 2D, stop motion, and anime. All right. That's 2D. That's stop motion. That's 3D. And what was the last one? Anime. All right, cool.
Yeah, I have all of those.
Yeah, so for 3D, it's Zootopia. For 2D, it's The Lion King. If you know anything about me, yeah, Lion King. Stop motion, it's Fantastic Mr. Fox by far and away. I love that movie a lot. And for anime, Princess Mononoke.
Let's see. Movie. For 3D, it's the Lego Movie.
There you are.
Yeah, it's a lot of people thought it was stop motion because it looks so real. But they did an excellent job with the CG in that. For 2D, Song of the Sea.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Yeah. If y'all haven't seen it, you should really watch it. For real, it's very good.
Yeah, let's see. Then stop motion. Stop motion is Fantastic Mr. Fox. It's just that good. It's really good. In anime, oh really? I have it that far up? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, Spirited Away.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Literally, after Princess Mononoke on my list is Spirited Away. I like Princess Mononoke just a little hair more. So
because I would always say that my Princess Mononoke was my favorite Ghibli movie, but then I rewatched Spirited Away again. I was like, oh man, but it's so good. Because I love them a lot, but between those is actually Wolf Children.
Right. I need to go back and watch that movie in English. I've never watched it in English.
It's pretty good in English. Yeah.
Let's see here. My favorite 3D movie. I'm not quite sure yet.
It's Cars.
I don't know.
It might be. I don't know. It's let's just go with Zootopia. How about that? Oh wait, I didn't show my shipping pen. You guys have seen this, right? Look at that. She's dreaming. This is officially licensed Disney merch.
Oh wow.
She's dreaming about Nick.
Oh my god.
She's dreaming.
Where'd you get that?
With a big smile. This was from, Hong Kong Disneyland.
Wow.
Yeah, right around the corner,
Walked by, saw it, picked it up. 2D, I'm gonna say. See, this is where it gets tough. I'm gonna say Rescuers Down Under.
That's really good. I need to rewatch that one too. I've only seen it once.
I get so pumped up with that movie, and I loved it as a kid. And then what were the other categories?
Let's see.
Anime
Stop
and stop
motion
motion.
and anime.
Stop motion. I'm gonna say Nightmare Before Christmas,
Mhm.
which is appropriate for this time. And I think a big reason for me for that movie is that I love I feel like every song is like catchy and good, and it's like yes. And Fantastic Mr. Fox always bothers me because of the tail.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It makes you sad.
That always bugged me. I'm like, no, wasn't he voiced by like George Clooney or something?
Mm-hmm.
George Clooney's, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
And then favorite anime. That's
You have to have seen Spirited Away. Sarah must have made you see Spirited
oh,
Away.
I've seen them. I'm just trying to think of
Okay.
which of the ones I would consider my favorite.
Mhm.
Oh man, I'm gonna say Porco Rosso.
Oh, really?
Really?
That's an interesting choice. I know a lot of people do love that movie. I just didn't think you'd seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it. Sarah,
That's
again,
interesting.
Sarah makes sure I see movies and
Mhm.
shows, and I don't know why. I just felt like I think it was the humor in that one resonated
Mhm.
more than like humor in a lot of the other Ghibli
Mhm.
movies, and so it cracked me up.
Yeah, I don't mean anything ill by this, but really surprised me that you've seen that movie in particular. That's interesting.
Yep,
Saber, do you
it's
got an
actually
answer?
the only one that what
Saber's with his roommate, right?
Oh yeah, I think it was Sonic.
Saber
Yeah.
doesn't watch cartoons.
Yeah, he doesn't watch
Saber's,
animation.
Saber's favorite 3D movie is Zootopia. And
Yep,
there you go.
favorite 2D movie is Zootopia.
The cartoon that's not released yet.
Let's go to some Twitter questions here. I'm probably not gonna go on too much longer since we've been going on for like 2 hours.
Wow, time.
Yeah, but uh, I'm sure Ray's can answer this. Deli18 asks, thoughts on Louis C.K. no longer being the voice of Max in Secret Life of Pets 2?
Speaking of the constant crap that we keep finding out about Hollywood,
Yeah.
yeah, Louis C.K. was like, I didn't know that I shouldn't jack off in front of people. So, yeah, I did not like Secret Life of Pets. I hate that this is the reason that he isn't going to be part of any sequels or anything, because obviously it sucks for the people that had to deal with that. But yeah, I'm just not a fan of this movie or its franchise. I'm like, you can have your little box office cheerio, but other than that, bye.
Yeah.
I have a question here
What?
from Aqua Claus. It says, PaleoSteno, a question for POS Podcast is mainly targeted towards you, Sashi, even though I think you have something to chime in here. Says, but any one of you guys can answer. Are you hyped or do you care about Xenoblade 2 coming out on December 1st? By the way, Pyro's Best Girl 2017, fight me. I wasn't excited until Paleo's like, you should be excited. And then I watched things. I was like, okay, now I'm excited. Yeah, I'm going to pick it up.
Yeah, so I'm probably going to pick up later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll probably will pick it up, but I just won't play it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Because I kind of do want to play the other ones, just to
Right.
get a feel for them. Because I played a lot of Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Wii U.
Right,
and I really enjoyed that one. Huh?
I avoided that one because of the sci-fi-esque thing. I'm not really crazy about sci-fi.
Yeah, it's very much more sci-fi than the first one. Because
Mhm,
I'm playing
and
through the first
seemingly
one right
second.
now. Because I decided, I was like, you know what, I want to play through these so I can get a feel of like the battle system and everything, so I can get used to it. Because the battle system is very different from any other
Right.
RPG I've played. It's more MMO-like, the way the battle system is.
You hate MMOs.
Yeah, but it's like a
oh, well-made MMO.
it's not like an MMO in the same way that MMOs are,
Mhm.
because this is more of like an RPG story, like goes
Right.
along. And with like party members and everything
Mhm.
that you control.
I'm excited for it because it's about time. It's been long enough, so it's about time for me to play a Jorpega again. So I'm pretty excited to play one.
Yeah.
I like playing new things. That's always fun. So I want to play things. I want to play. I want to play
things.
something. I want to play things on the Switch. Like it's a really cool console.
Yeah.
More things.
And
to
I
see.
will say that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 looks a lot better than the first one.
Right.
Because I'm
It's-
playing through Xenoblade Chronicles right now. This game right here
Right.
doesn't look that good.
It's weird though because like
I mean,
I
it
forgot
has
why
some
it's weird.
interesting,
I was gonna
like,
say something, but I completely forgot.
it has very interesting environments and everything, but the textures look terrible.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because since it's on the Wii, it doesn't have that much powerful. It's not that powerful. But Xenoblade Chronicles X looks pretty good. It has like very
Right.
big environments and everything, and things are a lot more detailed. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 looks a lot better than
Right.
the first one. So
Would you classify it as an open world experience though?
what? This
Xenoblade
one.
Chronicles X.
Oh,
X.
Xenoblade Chronicles, sort of. It is a more open world than the first one is, for sure. The first one feels a lot more linear, even though you can go
Right.
back to different areas. It pretty much sets you on a path.
Right. It's weird though because for those of you who don't know, I don't really like open world games very much, which is unfortunate because a lot of games are becoming open world games since we have the power to make those kinds of games now. I don't know. I just feel like when you have too big of a world, you're just walking through a lot of just empty space, and it's not like a really well knit, like
Grand
tailored
Theft Auto.
experience. Grand Theft Auto is
An exception.
that's kind of an exception. They do a really good job with that game, but yeah, there's a lot of in open world games. I get that you're supposed to feel like you're there, and in life isn't jam packed with content all the time. So sometimes
Yeah.
you're just running for like a minute. But I don't know. In my video games, I want to have like constant content almost, you know.
Yeah.
So open world games kind of for me.
I do like
but-
Breath of the Wild for that because they hide a lot of stuff everywhere.
Mhm. Even Breath of the Wild, like for me personally, I have like I'm doing the Gerudo Desert place right now, and there was a shrine quest I had to do where I ran for like 5 minutes. I was like, oh my god. I was like, please, I just want to play the game.
You got to get the sand seals or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just impatient, or I mean, I'm definitely impatient. But like open world games don't really do it for me, so I'm a little worried about Xenoblade in that regard.
I'm not sure how open world this one's going to be because it seems like
Mhm.
there's a lot of these giant things that you go on. Where Xenoblade Chronicles X or not X, well, yeah, X. It's very much a world, and you explore and everything. But there's a point in Xenoblade Chronicles X where you get a mech, and that opens up stuff a lot more to where you can go to stuff a lot quicker. And there's also fast travel. Like there's fast travel in these games. All right, so yeah, that's enough to talk about Xenoblade. I'm sure people are bored of us talking about it. So I got another super chat. Kevin Guzman asks, "Can you do any cartoon character voice impressions?"
Let me call Gabe right quick. No, I have none. I am not a voice actor, like at all.
I can do kind of do meatwad, sort of.
That's about all I got.
Ohana means family.
That's about all I got to.
Family means nobody gets left behind.
Saber can kind of do Master Roshi's laugh.
He's
I'm sure he's excited. And he's dead.
dead and excited. Yes, I suck at voice impressions.
All right, I'll get a couple more Twitter questions, then I'll close it out because yeah, we've been going on for a while, unless we get any more super chats.
Then you get 18 super chats, and you're like, oh boy,
man, I wish. So yeah, I've seen a couple of things about this, about the FCC and net neutrality thing going on right now. So yeah, it's before December 14th. Call Congress or whatever, Is
I
like,
called Congress. I
yeah,
did my part.
December 14th, day before my birthday. All right, the best
Oh,
birthday
boy.
present ever. That's
And even if we win, it's not even a good birthday present because it's the status quo. Like,
yeah,
it
Yeah,
sucks.
it's not like why does this keep coming back? Go away.
Right.
yeah. Stop it.
Stop it.
Um,
I'm genuinely worried that somebody's gonna try and kill Ajit Pai though. Like, I really am.
kill a who?
Ajit Pai, isn't that his name?
Oh.
Anyway. Yeah, that's his name. The chairman. FCC
I thought you were
chairman.
saying like a something.
No. Yeah, no. People really, really do not like him right now. Like,
Yeah.
really.
So this was an interesting question from Hey Aaron. Question: with the Hey Arnold movie being a success among the fans, and with the hype of both the Rocco and Zim movies eventually coming out, what animated show do you think Nick will make next, and which ones do you want to come back? So I have one that I want to come back.
Yes, you do.
My Life as a Teenage Robot. I would love that to come back.
Oh.
Did you think I was going to say
Yes.
something else?
Was Reboot Cartoon Network?
No. Wait. It was on Cartoon Network, but it wasn't originally on Cartoon Network.
Okay. That's what I thought you were gonna say. If I'm silly, never mind.
No, but as far as like Nickelodeon cartoons.
Right, Nickelodeon cartoons that I want to come back. Let me look up Nickelodeon cartoons from the '90s because the '90s is the only decade that matters.
But yeah, I
SpongeBob.
My Life as a Teenage Robot, I would definitely like to have more episodes because there was only 3 seasons and like 13 episodes each. I mean, 13 half hours each, so that's not a lot.
Right. Oh, baby!
What?
I just typed in best Nickelodeon shows from the 2000s, and number 1 is Rocket Power.
That is just wrong.
Like not even almost, objectively incorrect.
Yeah, if we're talking about 2000s, then where's Avatar? That should be at the top.
Man, dang it. I know they said they weren't going to, but like, I really wouldn't mind another Avatar. I really love
Another like
Avatar
series,
a lot.
like
Yes.
another like time skip or whatever.
I don't think they can though, because like if they do another time skip, like technology was already getting pretty ridiculous in Korra to like kind of make Ventress obsolete. So if they went into like our time, it'd be hard for them to write a story, I think.
Yeah.
Which is probably why they stopped, honestly.
Hmm.
I wouldn't mind if it went back in time. That'd be cool too, but
It's just hard because like every time that they do a time skip, you have to create a new set of characters that you care about.
right.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Excuse me.
Yeah. I don't know. If they could find a way to do it though, and they said we're bringing back Avatar, I'd be like schoolgirl giddy. Like I really would be. I would love that.
Green flag. Bring it on.
So I got another what's it? Super chat.
Oh, what are those called again?
Yeah, another super chat, and then I'll probably close it out.
Alrighty.
So from DJ Skywalker, asking, so how do you guys feel about Tamagotchi making a comeback next year in app form? They recently released a trailer. I did not know that they were making an app. Makes sense though to make an app for Tamagotchi. I mean, they're doing it for Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Crossing.
Number 40.
I don't. Are kids patient enough anymore?
What, for
I
Tamagotchi?
don't know. Yeah.
Did you need to
I
be
don't
patient
know.
to have a Tamagotchi?
It went off in the middle of the night, and you had to like not throw it out the window.
Did it?
That was.
I thought you just
that
turned it
was...
off. I can't remember.
Could you turn it off? I don't think so.
Put it in sleep mode?
Sleep mode.
Did
No, I
they
don't
have
think
sleep
so.
mode back then?
No. Not to my knowledge. I don't know. Are they just gonna eat and poop and then play games and that's it again? I don't know. Like they'd have to put some millennial spin on it.
Oh, yeah,
That's the
DJ
thing I've
Skywalker
ever
said it's an AR game. augmented reality game.
Oh, well, that's a spin.
Yeah.
I think that could be neat. Sure.
Yeah.
There was a question. Are you excited? Or how do you guys feel about it? Yeah, that's neat. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
I'm not hype about it or anything, but I might test it out. Yes.
There needs to be a Digimon game.
There needs to be Pokemon Go, but better.
Yeah.
Pokemon Go needs to be better and have the actual Pokemon battle system.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. And gyms need to not be led by the people who just spent the most time. Because, like, if you start Pokemon Go now, how are you about to beat this gym leader? And, like, how? You can't do it.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess that's the end of the podcast. Because, yeah, my throat's starting to hurt a bit more.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm back. I had to deal with some roommate stuff. It wasn't. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
All
we're,
right,
we're about to close out.
Okay. Well, cool.
Well, thank you for coming back, Saber.
I always come
So do I.
back.
And forward.
Alright, you guys have anything to say before we close it out?
Crowd Saber Spark.
Skinny
No,
stale.
thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, it's always fun to have you on.
Thank you.
So, the next time we'll talk about other stuff.
Cool.
Yeah!
Other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what's coming out in the next couple weeks before then, because Star Wars is coming out afterwards.
Mm.
You could talk about Jumanji.
Does that come out in that time span?
I don't know, actually. I don't have a clue.
I thought it comes out at the end of December. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, thanks for coming out to the podcast, everybody. We'll see you in a couple weeks. And then watch the Semi Perfect podcast on Wednesday. It's on
Yep.
Sarah's channel on Twitch. So see you then.
Bye.
Bye everybody.
Bye.